He was sure he could get away with anything. A drunk tourist, waving around his melting ice cream, loudly mocking the Queen's Guard, convinced the soldier wouldn't even flinch in response. And when the sticky mess dripped down the guard's pristine uniform, he just laughed, reveling in his impunity. But in the next moment, the world froze. The guardsman moved. The crowd of tourists bustles around Buckingham Palace, snapping photos of the Queen's Guards. The air is filled with excited chatter, but it's suddenly cut through by a loud, drunken, raspy laugh. A massive, sweaty man staggers out of the crowd, swaying like a ship caught in a storm. The stench of alcohol and sweat clings to him so intensely that people instinctively step back. In his hand, he clutches a nearly melted ice cream, dripping onto his wrinkled, stained t-shirt, leaving sticky smears. He clearly revels in the attention and, wobbling on unsteady feet, stumbles straight toward an immobile guardsman. "Hey, statue. What, they sew your mouth shut or something? Why the long face, man? Looks like your life is a joke." The drunk shouts, spreading his arms wide. The crowd freezes, some chuckle nervously, others instinctively grab their phones, sensing something about to go down. The guardsman doesn't move. His face, stone. His posture, solid rock. But that's not enough for the tourist. "Oh, you don't want to smile? Maybe I can help with that," the man sneers, leaning in toward the guard's face. He pretends he's about to tickle the soldier's chin, but at the last second, smears his fingers with the melting ice cream and shoves them right in front of the guard's face. "How about some ice cream, buddy? You want a taste?" The guardsman remains motionless, not even blinking, but his gaze sharpens like a blade. The crowd hums. Some gasp in outrage, but the tourist doesn't care. He sucks on his plastic spoon smugly, then grins and hurls his ice cream straight into the guard's face. A thick, sticky mess splatters across the soldier's uniform, dribbling down his stern face. The crowd goes silent. It feels like even the city itself has stopped breathing. The tourist takes a step back, almost surprised at his own audacity. "Oh, haha, my bad. Actually, nah, not really." He laughs, but his voice is forced now. The guardsman still doesn't move, but the air around him grows heavy, like the moment before a thunderstorm. "What? You just gonna stand there?" the tourist taunts. "What you gonna do, huh? You can't move, can you? Or can you? Maybe I should just give that nose a little tug." He steps forward, reaching out with his sticky, grubby hand, and in an instant, the guardsman grabs his wrist in a lightning-fast, iron grip and shoves him back. The tourist, completely caught off guard, loses balance and crashes onto his ass, the crowd erupting into gasps and scattered cheers. "Step away from the guard!" The soldier's voice booms. This isn't just a command. It's a bolt of lightning, splitting through the stunned silence. The tourist, sprawled out on the ground, blinks in dumbfounded shock. "What the hell? You're not supposed to move!" But the guardsman is now standing over him, and that gaze, that cold, piercing, soul-crushing gaze. Somewhere in the crowd, someone snickers. A few people clap. "So, who's the clown now?" someone jeers. The tourist scrambles to his feet, hands shaking. He's no longer the loudmouth, no longer so sure of himself. He glances around, hoping someone will back him up. But the faces staring back at him are filled with nothing but contempt. "What a disgrace," someone mutters. "They've got no respect these days," another voice chimes in. And then it hits him. He wanted to be the center of attention? Well, now he is. But not in the way he'd hoped. Phones are still recording, eyes full of judgment. A walk of shame awaits him through the square, followed by internet infamy. Security is already making their way toward him, ready to escort him out under the approving murmurs and mocking laughter of the crowd. And the guardsman? He adjusts his stance, straightens his belt, wipes the last remnants of ice cream from his uniform, and resumes his post. The crowd erupts into applause. Someone shouts, "That's real discipline! That's real honor!" And the tourist? He slinks away into the background, no longer so bold. Because today he learned a hard truth. Money doesn't buy you everything, and actions have consequences.